God damn it. I didn't bring any bug spray. So I'm in Tongaririo National Park doing some landscape photography. Just about 4 hours driving down from Hamilton. Had a bit of a sore back after that actually. But anyway, it was worth the drive. So I've been down here a few times, more in winter. I'm currently on the east side of the mountain. My last few videos have been more on the west side, in the winter, climbing up the mountain, camping on the mountain. It's December now here in New Zealand. So it's summertime, so there's not really much snow about. You can see some snow on the mountains. Goddamn sandflies. So I've never actually been over on this side of the mountain, to be honest. I mean, I've driven past it on the state highway, which is kind of half an hour's drive that way. But you actually need a four-wheel drive to get in here, and, well, I've got a new toy. I've got a four-wheel drive. So I've come down for one day to do some landscape photography. So I've just been driving round, drove up the mountain, trying to pick some potential sunrise shots. So not far from here I can see Mount Narihoe, which is the kind of Mount Fuji style volcano. It was actually the backdrop for Mount Doom in Lord of the Rings, which is pretty cool. So anyway, I've picked some spots where I think I can get some photos on sunrise. I brought my tent as well, but I think I'm actually going to sleep in my car tonight, in the back. Make it nice and easy. Should be a bit more comfortable. So I'm parked currently pretty close to where my first shot's going to be. So I'm going to stay here tonight and then get up in the morning about 5 o'clock for sunrise. Do my first photo, then jump in the car and start making my way down the road and stop at the other locations where I've picked. And we'll take some photos there. It's pretty... Sandflies. God damn it. I didn't bring any bug spray. So it's currently 8 o'clock at night, 8 PM. Sun's actually gone down now, so it's going to go dark within the next half an hour. So I'm going to have some food and then get some sleep. So for tonight's dinner we're having Moroccan lamb. A tasty tagine of tender lamb. Pumpkin, raisins and apple served on a bed of couscous. Excellent. Freeze dried, by the way. You just add some hot water or boiling water. Let it sit for 20, 30 minutes. My experience with these things is that on the packet it says 10 minutes, but that never quite cooks the meat. So I always do like 30 minutes. And it's still nice and warm. Make sure it's, obviously cooked nice. 376 kilocalories. 15,000 kilojoules. Sounds a lot. So I think I've got some sandflies in my car. Obviously by the look on my face you can tell I'm really happy about that. And I don't have any fly spray. Maybe I didn't think this trip through. Oh well, at least I'll know for next time. So like I said before, this is the first time I've been here to Tongaririo National Park on the east side. So we drove down State Highway 1 And just where it comes through National Park, it's called Desert Road. And it's quite flat-ish. About 1,000 metres above sea level. And then in the distance there's just these two volcanoes that stick out. Actually it's three volcanoes. We've got Mount Rupe, Mount Narihoe and Mount Tongariro. Mount Tongariro, that's the more active part of the volcanoes. I mean, that erupted slightly about 5-10 years ago, but there hasn't been any activity recently, so I mean that's all good. So I think this place has got some real potential. It's quite vast. I really like the volcanic, kind of red and dark, almost like gravel. There's all these kind of cool little bushes things. Kind of reminds me of a desert, really, to be fair. The textures don't seem as smooth as the desert in terms of the sand, obviously because of the volcanic rocks more coarser. So the plan is to, over the next, or however long it takes really, is to really get to know this place. And I'm planning on spending quite a bit of time down here. In the past I've tried, you know, travelling around doing photography. Like for example, a few years ago me and my wife did a two-week camping trip around the South Island of New Zealand, and we must have done about 5,000 kilometres over the 2 weeks, and it was just not, you know, continuous driving, stopping, finding a location, doing some photography. To be fair, we had most of the locations kind of figured out already, so I knew what I was going to do. I had a plan, but just the sheer distance and volume was quite hard, and I never really got to know a place, you know, become intimate with it, I guess. Whereas with Tongaririo National Park, it's 3 hours from my house, and I can come down here, I can camp. So I guess what I'm saying is that it's close to my house, and there's a great opportunity for me to, you know, intimately get to know Tongariro National Park, photograph it throughout all the seasons, and really do it justice for the beauty that it has. I guess, you know, it's New Zealand's national park, so I think it deserves it. As you can see in the back, you can see that. There we go. I've got one of those inflatable single mattresses. I had a lie down on it before. It looks pretty good. It feels comfy. Although it's just a little bit too short for me because I'm a tall bugger, 6'4". Anyway, I'm going to finish my dinner off, and then I'm going to lie down and go to sleep and get up in the morning. So good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's about 5:10. I've just set up for the first photo. You can just see here behind me. It's clear skies. The purple hue's starting to come now. You can just see the other mountain behind me here. And there's this kind of, just down in the valley there, there's this beautiful morning mist. So yeah, I've just taken my first photo. I'm not particularly that excited about it, so I'm going to move on to the other areas that I think I'm going to get a great photo. So it's going to be a bit of a dash, because the window for the good light's pretty slim, obviously being in summer. So yeah, so I'm going to run around and do the photos, and we'll catch up towards the last one. So just on the final shot, run around, did the locations that I had in mind. I'm reasonably happy with the photos, although I don't know fully until I've, you know, get them on the computer back home. It's a beautiful morning, nice and clear. You just see the mountain there behind me, and then down there, that's where this kind of sun's coming from. So what I've been doing, because obviously there's not much detail in the sky, I've been more focusing on the foreground, and there's these kind of channels in the sand, or volcanic rock, or whatever you want to call it, that are kind of leading into that mountain, and these nice little bushes here and there. So I've been composing these lines here with the mountain in a few different locations. I think it's working out quite well. So yeah, I'm going to pack up in a second and head over to my car and have some food, some breakfast, and then just enjoy the rest of the sunrise. I'll catch you later. Well, this is definitely a room with a view. So I've just boiled up some water. This morning we're having porridge supreme, wholesome pre-cooked porridge with dried fruit and raw sugar sprinkles. Yum yum. How fabulous. So obviously you can tell because I'm sat outside, there's no sandflies around. Well, I think last night I did pretty well. I don't think I got eaten alive in the car, so they must have all been asleep or just stupid and left me alone. So overall I think it was a worthwhile trip. Discovered a new area, took some photos. Definitely can see the potential in this area for many visits, you know, continuous visits. I can definitely see the potential in this area for frequent visits. I mean, I can definitely see the potential in this area for frequent visit. I mean, it's so unique. I can definitely see the potential in this area for frequent visits. It's so unique, kind of like a desert type, kind of like a desert. No, it's not. No, it's not like a desert. It's a volcanic field, that's what it is. Well, the porridge is good anyway. I don't think it gets much better than this. What I did notice this morning though that was quite annoying is my filters were fogging over. It's not the first time that's happened. What I noticed is when it's really cold, like single figures temperatures, degrees C obviously, I keep my filters in the pouch in my bag, and then when I get it, you know, in the morning I get up and start taking photos and I'm using the filters and they gradually start to fog. It's quite annoying. I guess it just slows me down. When you're trying to capture a few different shots that you've got in mind, having your filters just fog over is really annoying. It's like the only way I'm going to be able to get around that is to keep my filters outside somewhere where they can kind of climatise a little bit, which is not the end of the world. I can do that. There's nobody around, so I mean, it's not like they're going to walk off. What's missing is a coffee. I could really have a coffee right now. Next time. Okay. So I think that's it for today. It's been a good trip. I'm going to pack up now and head off home. If you'd like to see more of what I'm doing, then please subscribe to my channel. That'd be really helpful. That'd be really appreciated. That would really make me happy. And that would make you happy too, because you'd be able to get notifications when I upload a video. And it's a win-win for everybody. Okay, so I'll see you next time.